And we are live. You getting this, Mike? We're all good? You got me? All right. I'm talking to Mike as he sits next to me. So it's on delay, so he's getting delay. All right, so this is the first time I'm doing this live, folks. This is Brian from BrianWright732.com, and I'm here live on Friday, May 6th. And I want to talk about, the fitness business a little bit today, primarily. This can apply to a lot of businesses, but the fitness business in particular. You get a lot of people in the fitness business that were really successful before they opened up their business. They put a lot of time and effort into their skills, and that's what gave them the confidence to go and open up their own place. But then they run into a trap when they open up their own place. They don't put the same dedication into their business that they put into their careers. So it's basically someone goes and they struggle for so long to be a professional athlete and work at a high rank, and then they get into their business and they think because of the things that they did prior that they're just going to be successful, and they forget that the same skill, knowledge, and hustle that they applied into their craft, they have to apply into their business. So one of the main things that you get these guys that they start and they're young and they're hungry, and then as time progresses, they lose the fire and the hunger that they had in their career, in their fight career and their martial arts training. They lose it in the business, and then the business starts to suffer and they wonder what went wrong. And it's keeping that passion alive that's really the most important thing that you can do. So I see some people are hopping in. Guys, if at any point you have any questions or anything, throw a comment up. I'll get to it if I can. I appreciate you guys hopping in today and trying this interesting experiment. So I'm going to get back to the topic at hand, which is, understanding that the value in your business, the biggest mistake I see people make is, A, they lose the hustle and the drive that they had, in acquiring the skills that allowed them to get the inspiration, open their own space, and then they get there, and then, they're not putting as much time and effort into what they do, and then they start to fall off, and it's what I call the bow tie black belts, where you see a guy, he's so fat he can barely get his belt around his waist. I'm not saying that you have to be completely shredded and in amazing shape to be, leading people or running it, but you do have to have some kind of, responsibility to stand up front. You do have to lead from the front from what you're doing. That is a primary concern that I see. And then, the other one is understanding that just because you've done things in your past, it doesn't mean that people should come and they should pay or they should do anything. No one should do anything. If you want to develop your business, you have to create a value. And the main thing you can do as a martial artist is figure out how do you take all the skills that you've acquired and learn how to communicate them to people in a way that's going to have value for them. Because it's the marketplace that dictates your ability to make a living in this. Just because you won something, just because you have, rank, doesn't mean that people should be paying you. No one owes you anything. You owe your customer everything. They're giving you the opportunity to make your living off of them. You can't be a coach without athletes. You can't be a teacher without students. And all of that is transfer of knowledge. So the main thing you really got to wrap your head around is that the only value you have is your ability to communicate your experience, period. That's what's going to define everything. So figure out what you want to get out of life personally, and then you've got to reverse engineer it from there. So you've got to say, if you want to make X amount of dollars, you've got to figure out a way, how do I translate the skills that I've got to create those dollars, which is going to be putting the time in, which is going to be communicating the benefit of what you do, not just who you are and what you've done. Everybody's been somewhere and everybody's done something, but that's all past. That's all great. That's things that make you unique. But what really is going to make you successful and what's going to make other people successful is the translation of that experience. So it's the communication factor. It's not just the showing up, putting on a belt, and standing in the room and saying, pay me. It's putting on your belt, standing in the room, looking at who's in the room with you, identifying the best way you can bring value to these people's lives, and then doing something for them. Because as a teacher, as a coach, as a business owner, the the payoff at the end is for you, but the process is always for the consumer. The process is what the marketplace is going to care about. The process is what is going to dictate how far and how long you're going to be able to go as a teacher, a coach, and as a business owner. So you got to look at it from the reverse, which a lot of us do, where we fall into the trap that it's about us and our accomplishments and teaching almost payback for what we did while we were, basically a bullshit mentality, because no one owes you anything. There is no payback, and the things you've done should be strong enough in themselves to keep you satisfied, to stay current and to stay progressive. Again, it's just translating that experience to have value. Simple as that. So that's my main message for the day. Don't get caught up in your past. Don't think anyone owes you today because of things you did yesterday. It's your translation of your past into the present that makes you have value. That's it, period. So if anyone has any questions, you can throw them out to me. Hector, thank you. I got your good message. I appreciate that. I see a lot of people I know hopping on here. I appreciate it. Mark, thank you. So it's pretty cool to get to interact this way. Gets my message out there, and we're going to do more of these, and I'll get better as I go. This is the first time I'm running from one thing to another before I hop on here. So I don't want to hold everybody up too long. I think I got my message across. Main point, guys, again, the only value you have is the ability to translate what you've done and where you've been. All right, so have a good day. Get on the mat, do some work. And final point on that one, in terms of the value, taking selfies of your abs just shows that you're dedicated to yourself. Taking pictures of your clients and demonstrating, the gains that you've gotten for them is the way that you expand your business and get out of the ego, spotlight driven mentality that too many of us have. So Damien, I appreciate the comment. I see that there too. So guys, get out of your own head. Stop worrying about, yourself. Start focusing on your students and create value for them. All right. Have a good day, everyone. I hope the sun comes out here in New Jersey, because 5 days of rain is making me lose my energy a little bit. So thank you. Catch you later.